I believe I am ready.
Only person I haven't heard is Jill.
I'm here.
All right then.
Just, waiting for pages to load as usual.
Mm-hmm. In that case, who wants to talk about what happened last game? Not everyone at once. like.
Well then.
Go ahead, Mish. You spoke first, you lose.
Last time, I believe we had a night out on the town, so to speak. Mostly just us trying to figure out what was in this town we now found ourselves surrounded by. Gideon ended up going straight to the nearest bar. He was accompanied by his new companion, Crimson, correct?
That's correct.
Correct. Yay. Um, there was some bantering at the bar. It was a very strange bar. Stuff laid out in a very interesting way, very interesting clientele. Um, he ended up meeting a woman there who turned out to be a long distance relative. Vala Belmont, a uh, ancient relative of Gideon's that he began to question a little bit, learning a little bit more that the Belmonts were not as grounded as he once thought they were. There's definitely a lot more going on there that he's determined to investigate. And while they were hanging out at the bar, a bunch of people came in from the local um, eatery. I don't want to call the other place a bar since um, they have an arrangement with this place to provide alcohol. But yeah, everyone kind of congregated at the bar, and once we had kind of settled and had a couple drinks, we meandered home and turned in for the night, deliberately leaving out the other side of play, which someone else can pick up now.
Um, we went for a walk on the town and went to a local eatery and encountered the local, how do I word him, entertainment that takes a bit of getting used to if you're not used to him. And our little wayward waif came along and decided to make some money on her own, which was completely oblivious to Cecil because he was totally fascinated by the entertainment himself. And we did learn one other thing while we were there, and I'm trying to remember what it was. I found my notes. Was there something we learned while we were there?
At the eatery?
Yeah, I thought there was some bit of information we learned while we were there.
I can't get my notes to load at all tonight.
Something about one of the other patrons, the big guy, the one that gave her food or something. So there was something significant about him. I wrote it down. I'm getting my people mixed up. Blue furry guy.
Ferg?
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, you learned that he's a nice guy and he's an adventurer, maybe? I don't know.
All right, maybe I'm getting my character.
Might have learned he was a priest of. I think we learned he was a cleric, right? I think that came up.
I think both of our sides began piecing together that there was another adventuring party in town, which Vala and Ferd were a part of. Some more experienced members who had more long-term arrangements with the Bureau? I don't want to call them the Bureau. Is that their name? It's been a minute.
It has been a minute.
Oh, that's interesting.
We're not there yet.
Yep. I'm backing away. Thinking about what other things were learned. Gideon's learned what a mind flayer is, and he hates it. I think I've got some ideas on what he intends to do.
I know the subject of mind flayer. Canoodling came up quite often, and was kiboshed just as quickly.
Yeah, the general consensus is the musician is friendly enough, but you don't want to get too friendly with them.
It wasn't that you don't want to get too friendly with him, you just don't want to ask him because he'll tell you.
Oh yeah, how
You
new
don't-
mind flayers
you
are
don't-
going.
Yeah, you don't want the child to talk.
Yeah.
To him.
Yeah. I remember Peggy went around and was basically working the crowd for him, and ended up raking in a couple coins for herself.
That's right, she was juggling plates. Again, not that I know that, not that Cecil paid any attention to that.
And yeah, towards the end of the night, we all kind of returned back to our mansion to turn in. Gideon went up to his room and promptly moved a cabinet in front of his door.
And then the DM lost her microphone, and we all found a chest of gold because she couldn't say otherwise.
Yeah, that was the night my headphones died. R.I.P. Those are my favorites.
Viking funeral.
Pretty sure that sums it about up.
Okay. I believe we are picking up the day after. Let's move you all to your house. Should all be at your house. Okay, there we go.
I certainly hope I am.
Are you though?
I mean,
Actually,
Gideon,
yeah.
so-
Roll me a D100. Let me see what happens.
Oh dear.
Oh. I'm gonna use real dice because nothing bad ever happens when you use real dice.
That sounds like a comforting falsehood.
One moment, I'm just digging out the right dice. All right, here we go. My Legend of Zelda dice.
That sounds dangerous.
73.
Okay. You wake up in the bed that you fell asleep in.
Sweet. Am I
That's a
still?
positive thing.
I'm still tied to the bedpost.
You are still tied to the bedpost.
Cool.
is the bedpost still attached to the bed?
Mm-hmm.
That's also a very good question. Um, After I untie myself, is the window still locked?
Yep.
Dresser still in front of the door?
Uh-huh.
All right, that's the point where I'm going to relax. And I am going to go into the bathroom and kind of stare at the luxury of having my own bathroom inside this house and then stare at myself in the mirror. And I'm going to kind of grunt to myself and start to get cleaned up.
Sounds good. What's everyone else doing?
Cecil's been up for a little while. He's already, you know, gotten, he's already cleaned up and gotten dressed and already walked about the house for a bit. And he's actually looking in his journal. And he's noticed how far he's gotten into it. He's actually gotten pretty close to the end of it. And he's kind of getting wistful about that. And he's thinking, he'll be around for a while in theory. Need a bigger book or something else. There's gotta be something around here that can, I don't know. He's just thinking, he makes little notes in the book that he's now filling up even more possible ideas. That's it. He's just making notes to himself.
Okay.
Crimson is currently messing around with the kid and his new pseudo dragon, playing with the pseudo dragon and the child, trying to teach the pseudo dragon tricks.
Yeah, Penny is surprisingly helpful at animal training. You can roll your animal handling check with advantage.
Hey, I like that.
It's like she
Good.
comes from a circus background where she had to train animals or something.
Hey, 19.
19. All right. What trick do you teach your pseudo dragon?
Basic sit.
Easy enough.
Start with the basics.
Sit.
Let me make a note in my companion. All right. I mean, that's what Crimson is spending his time on. Because why not?
Okay. And Danielle?
I've been up, got ready for my day, took my hair down, put it back up properly. Went through all of the possible outfits in the wardrobe just to see what was in there. Put something together, wandered down to my secret study, poked around down there for a significant period of time, trying to find all the hidey holes and interesting things. I've probably been in and out of the kitchen and grabbed something light, breakfast-wise, just, pastry,
Mm-hmm.
rolls of bread, whatever.
Definitely.
Still trying to figure out what these gloves do. The invisible gloves that I'm apparently wearing.
Okay. So what are you all doing with the day?
I definitely have some plans. After I get cleaned up, I'm going to carefully move that cabinet back away from the door and head downstairs Anyone who sees me in passing, though, I don't really stop. I just keep going. Um, Definitely wearing clean clothes. Um, I've actually shaved off the hobo beard that I had been rocking since everyone first met me.
Firebolt. It's a stranger.
Um, and I've kind of like hacked away at the long mane of hair, so it's still long, but it's not quite as uh, wild man ish.
Hmm.
And I am going to go into the kitchen to grab some food, stop by the liquor cabinet to grab a bottle, and head right back up to the second floor to sit down at the table and spend some time crafting my potions for the day. And I
Okay.
believe I've got it planned out to spend an hour doing that.
Sounds good.
That's how I'm going to start. I've got more things once we get there.
I know the plan had been to take the child into town to get her some clothes, but I'd kind of like to do some more shopping, see if I could find maybe if there's any other type of magical items, whether they be shops or whatnot in the region.
Okay. Are you gonna let everyone know and go as a group, or just take her by yourself?
Well, I know that Danielle and I had talked about taking her to get clothes, but
Hmm.
as far as the magical items, no, I'll announce that. No. Once
So go.
everybody's
So going shopping to get clothes for Peggy and look at magic items. You said.
Yep. See what else is in town. Maybe find some more, maybe some potions or magical, healing potions or.
Somebody referenced us to the We Got Stuff or Right Stuff or something like that. I can't remember the name of the shop right now. Not there. I'm sure I'll know it when I see it.
You're talking about the. One second.
We got good shit, I think.
Yes. We got good shit.
I knew it would come to me eventually.
Let me know if they do have good shit. I might want to stop there later.
Definitely. And is there anything that you're looking for in particular in case we do come across any magical curiosities?
See if you find anything coated in silver, or liquid silver, or powdered silver. Anything really.
All right.
Can we afford that?
Probably not.
Okay.
We'll walk on it. This whole time, Gideon's just shouting down from the second floor.
Yes, and Danielle's standing at the bottom of the stairs shouting back.
Tell you what, you check out the store, I'll check out the walk.
So you see
You'll
Solar's walking down the stairs, just kind of, wiggling his finger in his ear to try to get the ringing out as he's walking down. It's like, okay. Yep. Is anybody else coming along with us?
Well, I mean, I guess I could join you. I ain't got nothing better to do. I don't even know why I'm here.
Well, today it's shopping, exploring. Exploring is always good. Gets the blood flowing, finding new things.
Slaying new monsters.
That is, yes, that is also part of it, but Hopefully
Hopefully
he'll do
not
that.
dying.
yes, that's a major part of it, but I think we better leave him to it. I think he's on a roll. Walks out the door.
Making sure that Peggy's with us. Because she would just vanish into this mansion and be like, gone, what child? And this is kind of the point of this particular job description.
Details, details.
Details, details. Yeah, she does, you do eventually find her, up in a tree in the back garden. It doesn't take much convincing to get her to go out on the town with you all again. She seems eager to explore.
All right, well, let us head off into town.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
Are you heading off into town as well, Gideon, just in a different direction?
Yeah, after about an hour.
I
once have
imagine
my,
by the time everyone gets their shit together, gets Penny together, and heads into town, you're more or less heading out within 5-10 minutes of each other.
Okay. I will mention that I heard that there was a job board that I was going to check out. Apparently, we live in a town now, which means we need money, which means we need to do work. I hate most of what I just said.
So if he mentions that he's going to go take a look at a job board at some point, Crimson probably would actually follow Gideon at that instead.
Definitely.
Jobs. Gotta do something.
I'm gonna need money for the girls' clothes.
Yes, and clothes for us. And other, goods.
I suppose that too.
Like silver. Like you want.
Okay.
So, the usual party split up of Cecil and Danielle with Child, Gideon and Crimson with a pseudo dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Always in threes.
3s and 3s. What are you doing back there?
Whatever I want.
Are you stuck?
Yes.
Is that the problem?
Yes.
Now, she could be talking to an animal, Liam, or Sam in a game. So, it could be anything at this point.
I'm betting it's Merlin.
It is 100% Merlin. He's just behind me, just thwacking and bumping, and I'm like, what are you doing back there?
Wanted to take over the world.
Probably, yeah. Knowing him. Percy, I got nothing. Percy put his head on my lap like, treats, please. Okay, so, one person from each group roll me a d20.
Go ahead, Crimson.
Yeah, you can do it.
Wait 1 second. I'll just roll on dice. 14.
Teen.
Sorry, you cut out there, Danielle.
13.
13. Okay. Alright, Crimson and Gideon. You find the job board. And if you... it's not hard to find, and you very quickly are pointed in the correct direction for it. So, yeah. You can open it up and take a look at the jobs posted there.
Help the council map the Winter Wonderland.
These are words. I know they are words. They are arranged in things called sentences. And yet, they still don't make any sense to me.
Thank you.
Map the Arctic?
Uh,
Arctic! Ah! Wait, what?
Do you need me to read you?
No, I'm
These
perfectly
things-
capable of reading. Thank you very much.
Are you sure? Because you thought that the first one was mapping an attic.
So sue me, I'm already buzzed. And I'll take out my flask, which I had refilled with alcohol this morning, and take a swig. All right, let's give this another go. Map the Arctic. Sounds like a frozen hellscape.
Mm-hmm.
Or Winter Wonderland, I suppose it's one or the other. Retrieve Captain Santiago's treasure. Someone is selling a treasure map, really? That sounds like a scam. Oh, look, this fella lost their sheep.
Yeah, that's. I do have a history in farming, so.
The reward is candy, and we have to bring the sheep to a tree. How old is the poster?
Well, due to the fact that I don't see very much capitalization, the grammar does not look very good. I don't know.
Is this a dragon? A crazy ass green dragon? Is this real?
I don't see. I see. Get my wedding ring. I don't see the crazy ass dragon.
Keep reading.
I mean, I'm reading, but I don't see anything past. I get my wedding ring.
Have you gotten into my stash this morning?
From the crazy ass green dragon. Interesting. Only 5 gold? I tell you, if I'm going to battle with a dragon, I'm gonna want more than 5 gold for it.
I know, right? Well. Right, these are... These are certainly tasks that people want done. What do you think? What's calling to you?
Well, I mean, I guess the question is, do we want easy? Do we want...
I've already died twice. I don't know if my thoughts count on the matter.
I mean, to be
Is it-
fair,
I-
the...
To be
the-
fair, I'm not up to a dragon, so I say we leave that one.
Well, I'm not gonna go hunt a dragon down for 5 gold. I mean...
No,
the
most of
legends
those
that I
stories
hear-
don't end well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, one of these is to help the council. You would think that that would be legitimate.
And we could earn some brownie points, I suppose. I don't get along with authority overly much, so putting in a good word might be a good idea, I suppose. But it sounds really cold.
Are you not used to the cold?
I'm from England, mate.
Okay, okay. You don't have cold in England, I take it. Then. You don't have winters?
Who are you? Where did you come from, exactly?
I was born in the new colonies.
Colonies? How old are you?
Well,
No, better
that's-
question. What year are you from? I forgot, that's an actual legitimate question around here.
I was born in 1670.
Gods above.
I was
Well,
born in a town called Salem. I don't know if you know what that is.
explains a stiff sense of humor, I suppose.
I don't understand what that means, but okay.
I rest my case. Right. Jobs.
Okay. Yes. So did you?
I suppose we
we-
can find out more about the Arctic and. Uh, you think there's anything to that treasure map?
Well, I mean, we could always follow up with the treasure map if you want, and still take the job for the Arctic, because the treasure map sounds like we're just essentially purchasing a treasure map.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who Agathor is, but
All right. Oh, we should run it by the others in any case, but it seems like those two might be the most rewarding. I don't know what Mischief Night Candy but I don't think it goes quite as far as a bag of gold. And
well, I mean, these are interesting times in an interesting place. We don't know, that bag of candy could be worth thousands of gold.
I'm wary of accepting bags of candy from people who live in tree houses. That's just me, though.
Well, that's a fair enough statement.
All right, where did the others say they were going to? Someplace with good shit. Right,
Yes.
place with good shit.
Yes, a place with good shit.
All right. I suppose we should try and track them down then.
I think that's a great idea, Gideon. Thank you.
I'm full of good ideas. Most people just choose not to pay attention to them. Someone I need to find in town, too.
You need to find someone?
Yes. The woman from last night. The huntress. She's part of an adventuring party. I wonder if she might have some books I could borrow.
So you're gonna go to a random stranger and ask if they have books to borrow?
Yes.
I don't know. Okay. We'll go with it, Gideon, I guess.
We live in interesting times.
Yes.
The
We're
fact we
gonna-
live is interesting enough.
Gonna go ask random people to borrow books.
Exactly. I'm sure nothing could go wrong.
I mean, the sign did say that you would be fighting a green dragon, so I guess these are interesting times.
Right, see, I want a book on dragons now. If they're an actual thing, I feel like I'm woefully unprepared.
I actually agree with that.
See? I'm full of good ideas. And I offer him a drink from my flask.
Crimson happily accepts. And we're gonna go hunting for the others.
Sure. Are you guys kind of put some speed on it?
Brisk pace.
Okay.
Leisurely stroll.
I'm going
Sorry, that
to
was just a test.
wave my fingers and say that you guys do manage to catch up to them before they get too far.
Okay. Oh, Danielle, Cecil.
Did you get lost?
No, we had to keep stopping for our little performer.
That does explain why you guys were. There's a lot of stopping, and looking at things and stuff.
Yeah, she is quite the talented one, that's for sure. We found jobs that we think will be, well, one of them we have to purchase a map. Something about a captain's treasure.
How do you all feel about dragons?
Beg your pardon.
As in actual dragons, or here there be dragons, do not sail this way.
I don't see the
one might have
distinction.
stole a ring, I guess.
These are all the correct responses, mind you. I was just making sure no one was crazy enough to say, hell yes.
Well, I suppose at least you knew there were correct responses.
Naturally.
You know, honestly, I thought he would have been all for it, but I guess he doesn't like dragons too much.
I've already died twice in the last week. I'm not eager to make it a third time.
I thought for sure we were going to hear a little voice say, heck yes.
She just looks at you, shakes
Everyone
her
looks
head.
at Peggy.
We don't. I don't. You know, dragons are dangerous.
Keep that attitude, you'll probably live to be an adult.
How do you all feel about mapping the Winter Wonderland?
Sounds like marketing. What do you really mean?
I mean, they need help with mapping the Winter Wonderland.
Well, I mean, in my travels, I did have to do a lot of mapping per se. When I explored new lands, and I guess I'm not really sure what you're talking about per se. I mean, are we talking about mapping out an entirely new island, land, continent?
Are we talking cartography or are we talking like surveying?
Oh.
Your guess is as good as mine. I am a farmer. I don't know the difference.
Cartography
we
is
could always-
just getting a overview of where the mountains and lakes and hills are, and surveying is, oh, we're going to sell this. So what's where, and how do we mark up the property so people can own it?
Well, if nothing else, we could always inquire about these things. There's nothing wrong and nothing hurts in asking.
So we have to talk to a councilman, Tassonery.
Yes, keep going. You've got this.
Tassonery. Anyways, we have to talk to a council member by that name for details on it. And then there was also talks about a treasure map, but that was available for purchase at Agathor's Adventuring, something of that sort. Just remember when you adventure, you need Agathor.
Well, apparently his marketing works, if you remembered that.
That's about
Well,
the only
if-
thing I do remember.
Think of it this way. We'll either find jobs, or if nothing else, we'll meet the townsfolk. So we'll meet our neighbors.
But I figured
We'll
it
make
probably
contacts.
it'd be a good idea to talk to a councilman, right?
Yeah.
We kind of figured that would be the only one that was a legit job, if you know what I mean. The other one was a lost sheep, and it only involved mischief candy of some sort. And a treehouse.
Yes, the poster asked us to return the sheep to a treehouse.
Returning
Sounds
sheep
somewhat
up the treehouse, or
illogical.
returning to the owner who lives in the treehouse?
Not the foggiest
I
clue.
don't know.
Yes. Is that an answer? Yes.
Having Monty Python flashbacks of sheep up in trees. And then I'm sorry, I may have misunderstood what you said earlier. You did say something about a dragon and a ring.
Yeah, something about a wedding ring. Them wanting it back. The reward was only 5 gold, and I swear to you, I am not going toe to toe with a green dragon over 5 gold. It's just, I'm willing to help people, but that's much. That's a lot.
I wonder what the dragon's color has to do with anything.
Now, it is possible. I'm not saying I'd be interested in this, but we're just assuming that it is a huge dragon. This could be like a little tiny pseudo dragon.
I suppose you have a point there.
Because I think we would have heard if there was a huge dragon in the area by now. Stealing wedding rings.
What do we
Just-
have, though? This is quite a strange town.
That's true.
I guess we could ask about it. I mean, Clem here could find a friend, I guess.
Well, why don't we finish one task first, and then we'll work our way on to those others. First, let's get our young mistress here her new garments, and then we shall go from there.
Sounds good.
Just pointing out, mate, that you own a pseudo dragon. I don't think you can claim to be just a farmer to anyone anytime soon.
Well, I mean, in my previous life, that's what I was. I was a farmer.
And the banter continues as they make their way to the store.
All right. As you head to the edge of town, the store sign on top of it, clearly hand lettered, that says "We have good shit." It appears to be a large general goods store.
Oh, they seem to have good shit here.
Allegedly.
I mean, if it's on the sign.
Oh, Maze, if you believe everything you read, I've got a bridge to sell you.
Oh, you own a bridge?
Yes, I own a bridge.
Interesting. What kind of maintenance goes into that?
Quite a bit. Why do you think I'm selling it?
Good point. That is a good point. And I'll walk into the store.
Okay.
Crims just stands there for a minute and just walks into the store.
Crimson, this is definitely a very familiar store. There's everything from farm goods to general, like, clothes that, in, like, small, like, child, small, medium, large. They're very, very simple. I think it is very much expected that you'll either buy the fabric that they are made out of to make something in your own size, or you'll buy them and then tailor them to fit you.
Makes sense. General goods.
Yeah. Farming goods, general adventuring goods, your classic, like, rope. I am completely blanking on what words are.
Oh, fire starting material.
Water skins.
Pots.
Welcome to the tiny version of Kittery Trading Post.
Yes,
Adventuring supplies.
Bedrolls.
Yeah.
We gotcha.
There's a
No
specific
shoes.
word that I'm going to even just pull up one of your character sheets so I can have it, because, like, now I'm mad at it that I don't remember what the word fucking is.
Pythons.
Rations.
Rations! Thank you. Yes, that is 100% the word.
We're just gonna throw stuff at the wall and it's a general store. We'll see what sticks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Danielle's going to be kind of checking the materials and seeing like, okay, what's heavyweight, what's lightweight, what's better quality,
Yeah, it's using
whatever
several
pricing
weights
that I'm
of
looking at.
wools and linens. There's a teenager behind the bar. She's just kind of reading a book. She's not paying a lot of attention to you.
I'm gonna look down at Peggy. So do you want skirts or pants?
Can I have both at the same time? Pants are better for moving in, but skirts are better for hiding things in.
Very true. Let's see what we can do.
I swear I've heard my mother say the same thing at some point.
And was she correct?
Yes, actually.
Okay, so I'm going to take some time to like figure out what size we need to get to have it be, just big enough that we can take it in and then let it out.
Yeah.
Depending on how fast this kid's going to grow. Find some stuff that's summer weight, some stuff that's a good fall weight, and some stuff that's a bit warmer.
Okay, and are you looking at the pre-made clothes or the
Yardage.
Yardage. Okay, yep.
Some of each. I mean, honestly, I'm trying to get her into clothes quickly.
Mhm.
So at least like 1 or 2 sets of the pre-made stuff that we can just alter.
Yep. You find a pair of hose. You find a long dress that Peggy's kind of like. She's eyeballing it. It's a very pretty blue color.
Okay, I need you to touch all of this fabric, and if anything's scratchy, it's not gonna work as well as we like if it's supposed to be on your skin. Outer layers don't matter so much.
You had her at touch all of the fabric.
There we go.
She's
Engaged.
just doing the thing.
And then I want you to see if you find a skirt. I want you to see if you could find a matching or close to matching color, so we can put pockets in.
You have a best friend now. Yeah, easy enough. You soon have a pile of a few different types of fabric and a rainbow of colors, as well as one that matches the blue dress that she had kind of decided that was hers.
Okay. And just to make sure we've got some like greens and browns and foresty type colors for blending in when we need to.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. It's like, can't draw everything in bright blue. We could try, but...
She might.
Well, I'll just explain that it's good for sneaking, and we'll probably be fine.
Yeah, it's an easy sell. Alright, anyone looking for other things?
Not me in particular, no.
Gideon is holding like 4 gold coins in the palm of his hand, which is the extent of the money he owns, and he just kind of like sheepishly puts it away. We're gonna need to do some work. Actually, he's going to approach the person behind the desk.
Were the prices, like, for all the fabrics and pre-made clothes posted at all, or is that kind of a go up to the counter for that?
Give me a moment.
Danielle is aware that they have a budget for this, and it's not terribly high.
You can get everything for 2 gold pieces.
Cool. I can manage that much.
Okay. Gideon, you're heading to the teenager that is reading a romance novel at the book, or
Yeah.
at the counter. She looks up at you, kind of sighs, puts her book down, kind of open and down, like so she could just pick it right back up when she needs to.
Good morning. Apologies for interrupting your reading time. I had a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
My companions and I are new in town, and I was curious. What do you know of Agathor's adventuring add-ons?
Mostly a junk store.
Mostly a what store?
A junk store.
A junk store.
I mean, occasionally you get
say.
something interesting, but usually it's just junk.
In your professional opinion, would you say that he deals fairly with his patrons?
She kind of shrugs. I mean, half the time he doesn't understand what he has, so he'll sell you a piece of crap for 10 gold, or he'll sell you something that's actually really cool for like 10 copper. No one really quite understands his method of valuing things.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. All right, thank you. That's illuminating. Oh, I'm not sure how well known they are around here, but there's a band of adventurers, I suppose you might call them.
Oh, the Brazen Lanterns? Yeah, they're known.
Oh, Brazen Lanterns. Interesting. I made the acquaintance of one of them last night. Would you happen to know where I might be able to find them?
Big house around the corner. You'll know
Marvelous.
there's 2 large copper lanterns out front that stay lit no matter time of day.
Excellent. Good to know. Thank you very much.
She nods.
And I'm going to step back and look over at Danielle so she can make her purchase.
Okay.
All right, having sorted through the clothing, going to check out what we've got for child-sized shoes, or more appropriately, probably boots. But
Yeah, you find some boots that would probably fit her.
all right, I'll add a pair of those to the pile.
Okay. She'll cut you a good deal on the boots. Mostly because they're very workman boots. They're not they're definitely
These are boots that were made for adventures.
maybe adventures, or like a really like a decent set of
Or,
boots
you
for
know,
farm work.
agriculture.
Yeah. They're not very decorative, but
We call those shit kickers.
Call them barn boots.
Yes, those do.
they're easy.
Okay.
They're easy enough. So she'll cut you a deal and give you all of it for 2.5 gold. So 2 gold, 5 silver.
Cecil puts 1 gold up for it.
Okay, so I'll do the other 1.5.
Okay.
And as soon as she gives me change, because apparently I have gold pieces.
Yeah. Yep. She'll give you change. She seems very efficient. She's very good at the vibe here is get your shit and get out. We have good shit. Get it and get out. But you know, it looks like seems like she deals mostly with like farmers and locals, so there isn't a lot of like browsing.
Well, and it's also you can obviously see that I am outfitting the child.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't want to put a child with a wool reaction in a wool dress because that will only end in tears. Okay, I think I'm good for this location.
Okay.
Unless we need to buy a 10-foot pole or something.
Do you
Oh, plus, I have a javelin in my book bag of holding anyway, so if you need one, I've got one.
Isn't that taller than you?
It is.
That'll work.
Bags of holding.
Are you saying that bag is larger on the inside?
It is. I don't you remember? I sat there one night and took out this long javelin, asked if anybody could use it, and nobody said they could. And I put the thing back in the bag. I was using it as an example of what it could hold.
I thought that was a drunken
Dude,
dream.
we were entertaining the children.
Oh, I think I was outside on the porch at that time. Still, neat trick.
Cecil stops for a second. He looks down at the bag. He thinks about the bag for a second. He holds the book in his hand, looks at the bag, book again, looks at the bag. I wonder if only there are possibilities there. He starts mumbling to himself, puts his bag back on, and he's walking with everybody, but he's mumbling to himself.
Okay. Where
Should we be concerned?
Oh, he's lost. He's
All right then. Excuse me, one last question. Agathor's, where might we be able to find him?
She just points across the street.
Oh, convenient. Everyone around here is so friendly. Thank you very much. Right, the teller informed me that this Agathor person may or may not be a scam. Basically, for a gold piece, we might be able to make it rich or lose
It'll be
money.
a gold piece.
Yes. So what are your thoughts? Sound interesting?
I mean, it's right next door. We could always go talk to the guy.
suddenly
Yeah.
here. Cecil's just walked into the wall in front of him.
Cecil, are you okay?
Yes, no, I'm fine, sorry, folks, I just lost in thought. Sorry.
Speaking from experience, you'll want to look up now and then.
Yes, no, you're right, lad, my young man. He just takes the book and closes it. Yes, for another time.
Need to take the edge off, and I'll offer him my flask.
Rubs his head a bit. Actually, in this instance, yes, I think that would probably help. Takes a swig, he goes, "Oh my lord, you drink that regularly?"
I found it in the cabinet this morning. Seemed potent.
I believe it is a cleaning material, but yes, it seemed to do the trick. Thank you.
Excellent. Better than smelling salts.
Hey, let's smell that salt.
Gideon's going to shrug, take a drink, and head over to Agathor's.
Yeah.
Danielle will follow along, probably losing Peggy to the store in 5 seconds or less.
Oh yes. So Agathor's shop is a quintessential junk shop. It looks like someone shoved an entire flea market in maybe 2 entire flea markets into one 2-story building. It's like Martin's but double the stuff. 2 of you will get that. Actually, all of you but Mish will get that.
If anybody's ever been to a Building 19 or another equivalent, maybe south of the border, I've been at one of those. No?
No, but I've been to a Madden's. You should have bought it when I saw it at Madden.
Oh yeah. Martin's, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, Martin.
Will, whatever.
It's like one of
Oh,
Jill's
shit doesn't
favorite
exist
places.
here.
Yeah, Penny is gone. She has disappeared.
I guess we're supposed to go talk to Agathor himself.
So Cecil stopped Danielle and goes, if you want, we could put all the stuff in this bag of holding, just so you don't have to carry all that around. Make it easier.
Is it easy to get out again? It's just going to be quite a pile we can.
No, I mean we can. As long as I can reach in, know what I'm getting, and then get back out again.
All right. So we will put the stuff in the bag of holding. And I am going to poke around Agathor's because I just realized I forgot to get, thread and a needle and other such assorted necessary items.
Sure.
And scissors.
I will attempt to find the counter.
Oh boy. Roll me a survival check.
Natural 20.
Yeah. Well, you just stroll right up.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a Agathor.
A small lizard man jumps onto a very precariously piled stack of books and looks at you, blinking wide yellow eyes. He is green and spotted. He has a little tail.
Well, aren't you an interesting fellow?
Yes, hello.
You're Agathor, I take it?
I am Agathor.
The hell did I return to?
Well, hello, Agathor. I am Crimson. And I'm come to see you about a job posting, but it doesn't really look like a job posting. Something about a treasure map.
My advertisement! He throws up both his hands in the air, very excited.
Oh dear Lord.
Oh boy, yes. Do you mind if I see this, ma'am?
He nods excitedly. He goes under the counter and he pulls out a large box. Beautifully carved rosewood. And he opens it up. And he pulls out a smaller glass box and he puts it next to it. He opens that up, pulls out a burlap bag, and shakes out a scroll.
What species is this guy again?
Out of
Okay,
character,
look out.
he's a kobold.
What the hell?
In character, what the hell?
I am not sure what this is. Do you mind if I take a look at the map? Obviously, I'd like to make sure that it's a map, not just a piece of parchment.
He looks at you and he narrows his eyes. And then he really quickly, flashes the map at you and then hides it. You could roll a perception check.
11.
It appears to be map-like. ...
You are here. ... X.
No, you didn't get to see it well enough to be able to tell if it's like a good map or not.
So, listen, friend.
I'm going to start looking around as Crimson's talking to him just to try and get a sense of is there actual like valuables in this thrift shop?
Roll me a D100.
Also poking around this thrift shop because this place looks like fun.
Yeah, sure. Anyone who wants to poke around without looking for anything specific, you can roll me a D100.
All right.
Oh.
Gideon, you find a small mechanical bird. It looks like a nightingale.
That's actually very well made.
Danielle, you think you found a music box, but you're not 100% sure.
Interesting. You're going to also be poking around, obviously, for scissors and thread, or like an old sewing kit would be immensely handy. You know, it's junk shop.
In that case, you need to roll a investigation at disadvantage.
Ooh. It's not going to go well for me, but it'll be fun. Eight.
No.
Oh well.
Where's my dice? Oh, there it is.
It's one of those places that I just keep going. Anywhere else interesting? And you know, do I have a couple hours to poke around? I had other plans for today. What did you talk about?
I'm going to drift back over to Crimson and the Kobold and try to make sense of this little merchant.
Listen, friend. I mean, obviously, I mean no harm, and I don't particularly have a great memory. But you know, before I invest in something, I really need to get a look at it. I promise you, it just.
If you look at the map, you can steal the map.
You can even hold it up.
What?
He said if I get the map, I could steal the map. Which I have absolutely no intention of. You can hold on to it. You just open it up so I can see it a little bit more clearly. Just a little peek.
He rolls it up like 1 inch so you can see like an inch of map.
But it does look like it's a map.
It does look like a map, yes.
Okay. Okay. And how much are you selling this map for?
1 gold.
Pretty steep price for a map that you won't even show anyone, don't you think?
It's a treasure map!
What makes you so certain?
He looks offended at you.
Do I see the offense being taken?
Yeah.
What? As a potential buyer, I feel it's a worthwhile question to ask.
Agathor, I apologize for my gruff, very stupid friend. He doesn't even...
I'm sorry, what?
Just step away, Gideon. Just step away. Just hear me out. I do like the map. I fancy that map. 1 gold is a little steep, especially in today's economy. Would you...
Literally what I just said.
Would you take some coin off it? I mean, I do want it. It looks great, and I trust your instincts.
Roll me a persuasion check.
11.
11.
Fuck. Even good at those.
You can have the map for a gold, or you can find the treasure and give me 50%.
Huh.
$50%.
I get a sense that we're going to be gambling no matter what.
Well, what do you think, Gideon? Do you want to pay the gold?
I grumble and I'll pull out a gold and flick it over to the kobold.
He takes it and throws the map at you.
Snatch it out of the air. If I don't find something that's at least worth a gold, I'm going to be coming back here. You hear me?
He shrugs at you. He is completely enamored with this new shiny gold coin, and he skitters away. You just hear pat 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 as he disappears into a back corner that honestly, stuff was piled so high that you weren't sure that was in fact a doorway, but yeah, okay, maybe it's a doorway. Probably only Agathor could fit through, though.
Question, how do you get the dice to pull up? I'm trying to
I'm
roll
doing slash roll and then space and whatever D whatever dice I'm rolling, and then hit enter. That's what I've been doing.
You can do /R as well. So I type mine in like /R space 1D100.
Okay. Cecil, you find a rather... The cover on this journal is roughed up. It's got some water stains. And it feels very thin. But as you flip through it, the pages just keep going.
You're going to keep going like the pages fall out as I'm turning them?
No, they don't fall out. You just keep turning pages. More pages than should exist in this book.
It's like a book of holding.
It is a
Ah.
book of
He actually does make one of those noises. He goes, oh. And he just sits there for a few minutes, just spindling back and forth. He makes a little note on one of the pages. Then he kind of goes, shoves a few pages across, and then tries to find the page again to see if he can find it. Hopes that he finds it. If he does, he goes, then he just kind of stops and takes a deep breath, kind of like compose himself. You're a gentleman. Compose yourself. But he's practically, bouncing. He's almost vibrating.
Do not walk up to the front desk looking like you can't leave the store without the book.
He goes, sir?
He kind
Sir?
of peeks out from a different part of the store, like behind you. What?
Holy shit!
This little thing I found here,
Why do you went that way?
how much would you like for this?
And now he's there.
He snatches the book out of your hand, flips through it. This book has too many pages. You can have it for 4 copper. He tosses it at you.
4 copper it is. Yes, takes out.
He sells a book for 4 copper and a sheet of paper for a gold. Feeling more and more like I've been scammed. And I walked into it willingly.
That was a treasure map. This is just a book with too many pages. It's a lying book.
You're not much of a reader, are you, mate?
He just blinks his big yellow eyes at you. I'm a
Yeah.
wizard.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna wait outside.
At some point, somebody should remind Cecil to blink.
Are you taking the little... Are you doing anything with the little bird you found, or just leaving it?
I start to walk out and pause. How much for the little bird?
That stupid screamy bird, I hates it. 1 copper and get it out of here, because it's just... I think stupid gunslinger. I hate her. I hate the stupid bird.
Huh. 1 copper, eh? Tell you what, mate. I'll do you a favor and take this off your hands for 1 copper. I am blatantly going to try and trick him into basically giving it to me for free. It's very obvious. Like Gideon is seen an angle. He's
gonna
just
look
going to
at
try
you, and he just narrows his eyes and goes, "No returns."
No returns.
He gives you a copper.
What just happened?
I promise you'll never see it again. I quickly walk out because I gotta leave on my head. What just happened?
You all named the owner of the store Agathor. What did you expect?
I love him.
Scam the scammer.
I love him. Yeah, I'm gonna wait outside for the others.
Okay. This bird is dusty and a little creaky and has some rust on it. It's very old.
I'm gonna use like the edge of my cloak to try and just like clean it off and
Okay.
take a look at it over.
Oh, roll a sleight
All
of
of a
hand.
sudden, 10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
Give you a what now?
Sleight of hand check.
Oh, 15.
Yeah, this is a really, it looked very delicate, but as you handle it, you feel like this is actually more robust than maybe it originally appeared. This is a masterwork piece of clockwork. You don't know what it does, but it does. If it definitely does something.
I'll take a poke at it later.
Okay. Danielle, you found a music box. Are you buying it or no?
I am definitely poking at it. Is it a working music box?
The top seems stuck shut.
Stuck. Shut. Interesting.
Agathor will approach you from a different direction than he was standing in before. Kind of like wiggling his fingers together. Ooh, that's a good box.
It is? Can you tell me about the box?
He just looks at you and goes, he just kind of looks at you and tilts his head to the side and then shakes his head. No.
It seems odd because it wouldn't open, but there's no, like, keyhole, so it doesn't seem to be locked.
It whines from the bottom.
It whines from the... Danielle is trying to like look at the bottom of the box without actually like tipping the box over.
Yeah, there's like a music box. Like if you like kind of turn it, there's like a little wind up, key there.
Had you ever opened this one?
He nods. Probably.
And how much would this one be?
Kind of puts his hands on his hips and just wiggles back and forth, his tail swaying opposite of the direction he's in. 2 silver.
Silver. And Danielle looks kind of like just a bit disappointed because it's. And she puts the box back on the shelf. Unfortunately, I can't afford it right now. If it's still here when I come back, though, I might.
Okay, I'm not saving it for you though.
Cecil walks up and is only half hearing the conversation because he's still not blinking, but heard that you were short a little bit and goes, "I'm having a good day. What did you need?" I only half heard. I'm sorry. What did you need? 2 silver? I think I can handle that. What's up, 2 silver?
On top of that, you hear outside a faint, "Oh shit!" And Gideon will walk back in carrying. Apparently, I've been carrying the Pied Piper loot, and I have it marked as Pied Piper loot, 15 gold. So I'd like to liquidate that
Okay.
and spread the wealth around.
He will buy it from you for 15 gold, but you have to tell him the story behind it 3 different times for him to get why it's worth 15 gold.
I will definitely give one rendition of the story. Then I'll try to rope in my companions to provide alternative renditions.
We'll act it out at one point.
Totally tell the story the 3rd time because, pulling it all together in perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get Penny to help me, by acting
yeah.
out parts.
Yeah, easy enough. You do make 15 gold.
Okay.
And I will take the music box, which I now need to enter into my inventory before I forget.
So everyone will get shoot, it's 10 silver to 1 gold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, math is weird. I'm trying to figure out how to split 15 gold to
You have 150 gold. Or 150 silver, whatever. Math.
Calculator.
So the question is, are you splitting it between the 3 of us who are on the journey, or are you splitting it between us and giving some to Penny?
It's
actually, you know what? That will make things simpler. To the 4 of us, even though Crimson wasn't there, I'll loop him in and I'll loop in Peggy. So that means we each get 3 gold.
Such nice, easy math.
Peggy gives each Danielle and Cecil a gold back. She's not paying off the full amount of her clothes and stuff, but she'll give you each a gold back. The rest she's calling an investment. Into what? No clue. Did I lose everybody?
Nope.
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 Say,
Sorry,
did
I'm
my
just trying
headphones
to
die
get
again?
my inventory working.
I was making sure to get rid of the Pied Piper loot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, honestly, I'm feeling a bit better about this trip now, and I'll head back outside to wait for everyone.
Yeah, Crims is just pretty much waiting for everyone to get done doing what they're doing.
Are we able to get the? I'm sorry, I was trying to enter my stuff in. Were you able to find the needle and thread?
Nope.
We have to head back over to the other place.
Yeah, I might stop in there on the way back and just go. You have a sewing kit and scissors. I didn't realize I don't have mine with me.
What time of day would it be?
You guys have spent a long time in the shop. This is not the sort of shop where you can very easily or quickly or efficiently find anything. It's probably getting on afternoon at this point.
Oh, shit.
Well, why don't we go back and check on the needle and thread, and then why don't we stop off and get something for lunch on our way back?
Sounds good. We should check on the other missions as well.
Yes, we do have to figure out where the not minister,
Counselor?
counselor. That's what it was. We need to figure out where we can meet the counselor. Oh, and Agador,
Yes?
you don't happen to live near the forest, do you?
No, but I know people who live near the forest.
Oh, okay.
And things
Just
that
curious.
live near the forest. Why? What did you hear
No,
about the
no.
forest?
No. Just curious.
Are there treasures?
I had heard that someone lived in the forest and might have found a treasure, and I was curious if it had been you.
Who found it?
I'm not sure. That they said a greenish fellow, and I thought, maybe, as soon as I saw you, I thought it might have been you.
Green fellow. You see him start to follow you out of the store, closing the door behind him and locking it, with a very large key. Like, compared to his size, this is a ridiculous key that he wears on a chain around his neck.
At the mention of Greenfellow, is Agathor green?
Yeah, he's like a green and spotted yellow. He's like a, yeah.
I just start like looking between Cecil and the Kobold and Cecil and the Kobold, and then I squint at Agathor and just listen for the moment.
Who found the treasure? Is it a green guy?
I just something I'd heard at the bar. I think I heard something about somebody saying they heard someone about have found maybe I don't know, a ring or something, and it was a green fellow. I was just curious if that was maybe you. Not,
Are you talking
not
about Gerald? He's not green. And he lost his ring. He didn't find one. You're not very good at listening. And he unlocks the door.
Oh.
He thinks a dragon stole it. There's no dragons in the forest. He just walks. He's crazy. And he walks into the shop and just slams the door behind him.
Well, at least we can cross that one off the list.
I'm sorry, did he just walk out, lock the door, open it back up, and head back inside?
He did.
All right, just checking. Well then, that was certainly an experience.
Yes.
Danielle
Yes,
is
it
kind
was.
of like looking at this new book Cecil has acquired, going, huh. Now all we need to do is find a pen with everlasting ink.
Cecil goes, like he's maybe partially hyperventilating, and he goes, "Oh, okay, no, I don't think we found that today. I don't think I could take that. I'm
Breathe, mate.
no, no, no. I'm good. I'm good.
Take
Yes,
a whiff
yes."
of this, it'll clear your head. And I just
And he
hold
goes,
my flask out to him
he goes,
again.
he goes to reach out for the flask and goes, "Nope, nope, nope. So I'm remembering what it was now. Nope, nope. I'm good. I'm good. Just the memory alone is
Good?
enough to
You're
steady my
good.
nerves.
Yep.
Yes, yes, yep.
Walking straight now, head up
Yes, I
high.
am. Thank you. Yes, yes.
Good man. All right, I guess we're gonna grab some lunch.
Okay.
Well, we first need to stop back over to check on linens, not linens, just needle and thread. But after that, we definitely go.
What was that
Meet you
place
over
you went
there.
for dinner the other night?
I believe it was.
The wagon hitch?
Wagon Hitch. Right, we'll meet you over there.
Okay.
Order you a plate.
Yes, I didn't get to eat there last time. I heard it was good.
Didn't. Oh, okay. Just don't bother asking the question.
Mate, I have
Ask.
so many questions. I'm not sure there's any point in asking them right now.
He's walking off. He goes, yeah, yeah. Daniel, you seem to really like the food. Must be. You must highly recommend it.
Jeez.
We're gonna head over to the wagon hitch then.
Yeah, he's going to keep an eye out for lanterns and to see if he can note the building where the brazen lanterns are staying at and make a note for later.
Literally the building you're hovering on.
Yep. Just
Okay.
making a note as Gideon was walking by and noticed it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then head over to the wagon hitch to get some food ready for the others
Sure.
and wait for their arrival.
Seems to be carved roast sandwiches with a au jus dip.
That's pretty good.
I did ask the waitress, waiter, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
whoever's serving us. Question: do you know where I can find the council member? By the name
Tazanari.
Tassinari? Yes, that one.
She nods and she kind of points to a gentleman, dark skin, dark hair, kind of pulled back. He is like elbows on the table into the sandwich. It is dripping everywhere. Like he is definitely eating him some lunch.
I guess just good time as any, right? To go talk to someone while they're face deep in the sandwich.
I'm sure you have this one. You wouldn't want anyone stupid messing up your plans.
Well, that's a very good point. And he gets up and walks over to
Oh,
the
for
table.
crying out loud. Bloody farmer. I'm going to unroll the map and study it while he goes to talk to the councilman.
Okay. And just to make sure we get everyone caught up. Let's see here. Danielle, you were stopping in for a sewing kit?
Sewing kit and scissors.
Yeah, 3 copper, it's yours.
Cool.
They're fine. They're
I'm
medium,
going to miss
decent
my sewing
quality.
kit.
Yeah.
But hey. Alright, it's 10 copper to a silver, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just making sure I'm doing my math correctly now.
These are cheap. These are like slightly better quality than the blue and
It's a
clear
needle
plastic.
that'll work, but it's not a decent one like I was hoping to find at Agathor's if I actually managed to find a sewing kit.
Yeah. Or it's better than the one you would have found at Agathor's. Who knows?
That would be up to the dice. But at least these scissors are going to be like not entirely dull, so I'll take it.
Okay. You arrive a few minutes after everyone else. We Have Good Shit is well organized and well stocked and was very quickly able to point you in the correct direction for a sewing kit. Unlike other places that were not. Okay. Crimson, you said you're talking to the councilman?
That I am.
Okay. Kind of looks up at you, blinking a bit, mouthful of food. He puts down his sandwich. Well.
Apparently you have a job for someone. Something about mapping the Arctic.
Oh, right. And he finishes eating his food and kind of like grabs a napkin to wipe off his hands. Yeah, one of the portal doors in the basement of the council's house leads to the Arctic. It's a new door. We just got it working again. Don't quite know what hole is through it. Would love for someone to map the demiplane.
And when you say map,
Figure out what the hell is there.
are we just figuring out what's there, or do you actually want a physically hand-drawn map of the entire area?
Well, hand-drawn map would be best, but I mean, we'll still pay good money for information. You can just give us a shitty map with some information on it. Still pay you money for that.
And how much does a job like this, run someone?
Depends on the quality of the map and the information, but day's work for a small party. Let's go 10 gold for good medium quality information about what the hell is out there, especially even a shitty drawn map added onto it with some landmarks.
Okay. And you said this is in the bottom of the council members.
At the castle, in the basement,
Castle.
in the hall of doors.
Okay. And is this something we could just start right away, or
Sure.
we could,
And he'll pull out a piece of paper, a pen, and write you a note and hand it over. It's a writ, saying that you've taken the job. They'll let you in for that.
Perfect. And Crimson will take it. Fair enough. I guess, we will start as soon as possible. I guess that's how this works.
Sounds good.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Crimson puts it in a little pouch. Good. Good day. And he walks off.
Gives you a nod. Watches you walk off. Begins putting the rest of the sandwich in his mouth. Seems to be trying to swallow it whole from the looks of it.
And Crimson will sit at the table. 10 gold. Shitty drawn map. Information about what's there. Never been explored before. First time ever.
Speaking of maps, does this one actually look like a decent map?
It's a decent map, yeah.
What's it a map of?
It appears to be. You see that Ravenholm is in fact marked on the map. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is Ravenholm. And it is in fact marked on the map, and it's down following the river south. It is leads to through the forest and to the coast of what appears to be whatever this small area is. There is a beach, a coast, um, as well as some large stone rock formations, and that are distinct enough to make it a goddamn treasure map. It looks like Agathor wasn't lying to you on purpose. It does appear to be a treasure map.
Huh. Well, that's interesting.
Whether he was lying on accident, however,
Remains to be seen. Could be something, could be nothing.
exactly.
Not sure if this will pay off, but at least we've got a map of the immediate area. Looks like it's much larger than I initially thought. 10 gold, you say?
10 gold. For a shittily drawn map and information of creatures, landmarks, I imagine, towns, stuff like that.
It sounds very much up Cecil's alley.
I figured he was good for the job.
Cecil and Danielle, you'll be arriving about this time.
He gave me a slip that will get us into the Councilman Castle thing. I guess they have portals underneath or something. Didn't really ask, to be honest with you.
Of course they do.
I mean, it's not my expertise, I guess, those portals.
Where are we going?
To the Winter of Wonderland, or Winter Wonderland. A portal.
That is the one where we are mapping.
Yes, he said that it doesn't have to be the best map in the world, but they pay for better maps. And information about he called it a demi-plane, I guess. About the demi-plane, like, creatures, landmarks, villages, the people within the lands, stuff like that. And the map doesn't have to be greatly drawn, but 10 gold.
Oh, I think we can definitely do better than that.
I have a feeling that you probably will do a better map. He said for a better drawn map, more gold we get.
We definitely need to head back to our abode then, just so I could gather some of my supplies. I would definitely need a spyglass. We'll need, well, I don't know how compasses would work there, but at least should make sure I grab a compass. And he's taking out his old book. He has the new book, but it's more of an afterthought at this point. But he's got the old book out, and he's marking down. He's like, compass, hourglass, maybe a sextant. Make sure I forget this and that, and wool. Need warm gear, warm weather gear. Need to make sure.
And slowly pushes over the sandwich to him. Eat.
Yes, I got to make sure we're eating. He takes up and he's taking up.
No, eat. Cecil, eat.
Oh yes.
Before you get lost in your world that you go into.
Oh, okay. Takes a bite. Yes. Thank you. Takes a bite. And without thinking, bites part of his pen because it's still in his hand when he picks up the meal. But yes, puts his pen down, takes a bite.
That's true. So I guess I got the parchment to allow us in there, so do we want to go get the things that Cecil's talking about and head through this said portal? Do we want to rest for the remainder of the day and then get at it
Oh.
in the morning?
This is definitely going to be probably the rest of the day just gathering everything we need. This will not be like, we'll be out of here in 5 minutes. I believe we probably should wait until the morning to set off. We'll need at least the remainder of the day just to make sure that we have all the needed supplies, just in case we do need to go acquire anything else. Never want to go out onto any type of I could talk.
Expedition.
That too. Without being absolutely certain you have everything you need, especially when cold weather and Arctic is involved.
Can I stay home?
Yes, I think that would actually be a really good idea.
Cool. I want to teach the ghost tricks.
The ghost.
Do we hire a babysitter? Like, is that how this works?
Wait, what ghost?
Ghosts and the servants and the.
Oh. To be honest, I thought I was hallucinating those things.
I just I see Gideon's eyes, into that dead stare. What ghosts? Did Gideon just go white? It's a ghost. Oh, he's the ghost. Got it.
Well, I mean, we all are technically dead, so.
Fine. The invisible ghosts.
Those are the ones you have to watch for.
Our friends in the mansion that help us out? Yes. Yes. They're not the ones you need to watch out for. Just looks at you sternly like, why would you tell us?
Huh? Gideon is completely oblivious.
Yes, we will make arrangements for you to be able to stay while we go. Sure, that won't be an issue.
By make arrangements, we'll give you the key and you know where the kitchen's at.
I'm sure we will make other arrangements if need be, but that will give us the rest of the remainder of the day to work that out.
I don't even need a key, and she holds up a set of lockpicks that she has acquired somewhere, somehow.
Huh. Clever girl. You shouldn't need lockpicks to get into your own house.
Right, that's why there's windows.
Lady, when we get back, you and I need to talk. Because I want to learn how to do that.
Climb through windows?
Oh, no, the lockpicking part, but yes.
Okay.
Anyway, why don't we have something to eat, and then we will head back. Or we're eating now. I am eating now, aren't I? Yes, yes.
Yep, sandwiches have been put in front of you. There's only one thing for lunch. Seems like
Right, so-
the menu for lunch is whatever the hell they felt like cooking, and no one complains.
The sloppy Cthulhu's.
These are basically French dip sandwiches, so with horseradish.
Well, if we're spending the rest of the day preparing, I do have one other errand I need to run. Let's see here. I suppose we could probably speak to this Gerald person, see if we can get more information about this supposed dragon that may or may not exist. If it doesn't exist, it might be a good way to get some money, but finding a wedding ring is like finding a needle in a haystack.
Well, if Agathor is to be trusted, um,
And that is
Gerald
quite
is
a
a,
stretch.
yeah. Well, let me put it this way: if Agathor thinks Gerald is crazy,
Does that mean he's sane? Or raving mad?
Or
Yeah,
yeah,
point.
he could be completely out of his fucking mind.
Worth finding out, I suppose.
what was the name of that that young lady that helped us the other night with Peggy, the tiefling woman? What was her name?
Tilly.
Tilly. Maybe we could ask Tilly to stop in. Do this with Peggy later, if need be. You can always reach out to her, track her down and ask her. If she says no, then
Now, do you want to split up and do this? I can always go talk to this crazy Geralt guy and figure out what's going on with the wedding ring while Gideon goes and does whatever errand he needs to do, and you all can talk to the Tilly person.
Divide and conquer.
Zinnia, I don't know if you'd like to talk to Tilly. One of us should probably go back and start sorting through all of our equipment to make sure that we have everything. I mean, I'm willing to go back and do that if you want to talk to Tilly, or I can go and talk to Tilly if you'd like. If you want to go back and go through the equipment.
Prince?
Was that
Sorry.
a yes?
I heard Prince.
Go and take your list and go look at the equipment.
Okay. All right. I will go ahead there, and I will meet you all at the house later. And Peggy, did you want to go with me? Did you want to go with one of the others?
I'll see you later. And then she's just gonna sneak.
Okay.
She's gonna hop out. She's gonna finish her sandwich and just leave.
That child is really coming out of her shell. Not that there was much of one to begin with.
So we're gonna let the child go stroll around by herself?
The town's probably more to be concerned than she is.
We've been here 24 hours, and I'm pretty sure she's made more money than all of us combined. Think she can handle herself.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. Okay, I'm gonna head to the bar. I'll see you all later. And Crimson will get up, kind of walk backwards, pointing at everyone, and turn around and leave.
Okay.
Danielle is just like trying to eat her sandwich and not bury her head in her hand.
I don't know, the way you described Crimson's walking off, all you pictured is Cartman going, "Screw you guys, I'm walking home."
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
All right. As the party splits once more to prepare for a adventure into the quote-unquote winter wonderland, we're gonna call it for tonight.
Into the Arctic wastes.
Into the Arctic wastes.
We're gonna talk to snow people. We're gonna get there, and it's
They
gonna be
prefer the
like
term Yeti.
tropical island of some sort. Is what it's gonna be.
It's gonna be one of those Greenland, Iceland situations,
Yeah,
you know.
pretty much. Yeah. We're
Here in the winter wonderland, it's always summer.
we have like we're dressed for like the coldest of winters, traveling through like North Pole, and come to find out that's not what it is.
Ooh, big summer blowout.
Oh, big summer blood.
I'm overdressed and I hate it.
The game is over summer.